Hi, this is Professor Innes, and this is your welcoming video for the hybrid course on ethics. This is your ethics course delivered by the philosophy department, and it is an ethics course useful for any given general education purpose. It's going to be specifically useful for anybody who wants to apply it to their jobs, whatever job it is. It could be nursing itself, right over to management. Any form of occupation could have this as an applied use, so it's of great use. But also we have to keep in mind with this particular course, it's a hybrid course. So, while considering the nature of ethics itself here, we have to consider the platform, and the platform here is the hybrid version. So, treat this as an online course where we are going to meet once every now and then. So it could be that we're going to meet 1 hour out of 3 hours. Well, we'll decide at the start of the course exactly how many times we're going to meet, and we'll decide where we're going to meet. It will be written down clearly in your syllabus. But basically with a hybrid is the case. It's basically an online course, but we're going to meet once in a while. We meet with the view of clarifying our course material and basically talking about ethics and meeting each other and putting forward ideas which we'd already discussed on the internet or on the Blackboard system, but we would like to talk to each other in person. So if there's the means whereby we can actually allow ourselves to be sure about our ideas, about the arguments put forward, which we might not have been able to do in the online situation. So hopefully that makes sense with a hybrid situation. So basically online course whereby we meet once in a while. Right, okay, so again, I'm Professor Innes teaching this course in ethics. So briefly, we need to introduce me. So I'm a teacher. I teach philosophy. That's my line of interest, and my first degree was in philosophy. Second degree, master's in social and political theory, and my PhD is in social and political philosophy. So that's my interest. It's philosophy, and in this case, I'm dealing with something I'm somewhat interested in more than other fields of philosophy, but less so than politics. Politics is my specialism, but ethics is something I deal with, and I have an interest in it. I teach it. It's something I think about all the time. So with ethics, I have that interest whereby I will consider constantly what is considered to be ethically problematic, what is morally problematic, or whatever. And we'll get into that shortly. But with me, I've got my training in philosophy. I live in Boise, just down the road from the main campus in Nampa. I live in the area, have done so since 1999. So I belong here, and that's where I live. Right, so that's enough about me. If you want to ask any questions, go ahead, and I'm sure to answer those questions. Right, so let me think here. I think now we should probably just have a brief introduction into ethics. Now here we're going to be dealing with ethics, and as a philosopher we do not make ethical solutions, we ask ethical questions. So in that sense we realize the problems within moral foundations, and with these moral foundations we say to ourselves here, that particular person has put forward a moral argument, but what is the problems with that moral argument? Simply, as philosophers, all arguments are problematic. In this case, we're realizing that moral arguments are problematic. So we could put forward the problem of any applied situation, such as, is capital punishment ever justified? We in this course will use Immanuel Kant and Jeremy Bentham. You'll understand those greatly when we discuss them, and both of them put forward countering arguments. One could put forward the argument it's justified, and the other one will certainly put forward the argument it's not justified. But we'll clarify that when we get to it. the main point here is that simply ethics pinpoints moral problems. It does not make moral solutions. So with that, we're going to go through the course. We're going to ask these ethical questions. We're going to go from utilitarianism to Kant's deontology. We'll ask the questions based upon Aristotle's notion of the good life, and go through other points of interest within ethics. Now, you're going to have plenty of opportunities to write your own stuff within the journal entries. So with that, make sure you refer to the philosophy itself, the ethics itself, when you do your journal entries. And likewise with the essays or any other part of the course here, make sure you include that work on ethics, and make sure that you realize at all times you're not going to solve any problems, you're simply going to realize those problems exist. Right, so with that in mind here, I think that will do as far as an introduction is concerned. I will go over an introduction to ethics once again, but this is just basically an overview of ethics itself, and something for you to think about temporarily. And again, the major point I'm trying to get across is that don't expect this course to solve any problems. In philosophy, we don't solve problems, we simply understand the problems. So we'll talk again shortly. I'll be producing lots of these videos specifically for this course. They're not used for any other course whatsoever, and I reproduce them again afterwards. It's just for this particular group. Right, so I'll speak to you shortly. Okay, bye-bye.